Good Friday nearly became Terrible Friday in Virginia Beach.
Oh my Lord, look at that thing.
When an F-18 fighter jet lost power and crashed into an apartment complex off Bird Neck Road. Not only did the pilots miraculously survive, but so did everyone at home that afternoon. What was not incredible was the response of Virginia Beach Police, Fire, and its 10 volunteer rescue squads.
We had 14 ambulances on duty at the time of the plane crash, and within half an hour we had 30.
Because when the 911 alert went out, volunteers raced to their stations and made a beeline for the accident scene. In Virginia Beach, this was not surprising. For events large and small, there are hundreds of professionally trained men and women at home or work ready to answer the call at a moment's notice.
Your neighbor could be a former volunteer rescue squad person or a current volunteer rescue squad person who hears the call and can come over and help you. It's just over the years we've trained so many people that it's just raised the bar of the community in terms of their ability to respond to emergencies.
Volunteers not only man 11 stations located throughout a sprawling city of nearly 500 square miles, but also raise the dollars needed to build new ones and put ambulances in the bays.
The capacity of the system is enormous. We have more units than all the other cities in Hampton Roads put together, and it's delivered by a volunteer system. It's truly amazing.
As are the savings that accrue to the city as a result of having so much donated labor.
We're spending $18 per capita in costs for EMS services, which is about 10% what a typical city would spend on emergency medical services, and it's all due to the volunteer component that's out there. It's a very, very impressive system of international reputation.
The first volunteer rescue squad in what is now the city of Virginia Beach began in 1952. Today, the city has nearly 10 times the population. But fortunately, the rescue system, which now includes 32 career providers, has kept up with the demand for more equipment, expertise, and people, like Rebecca Wood.
At the end of the day, you can go home knowing that you either held somebody's hand, made somebody feel good, comforted them, and just made somebody else's life a little bit better, maybe.
The daughter and sister of former volunteers, Wood says it was the near death of her own daughter and the treatment she received from a volunteer paramedic that motivated her to become a lifesaver herself.
She was in a seizure and respiratory arrest for approximately 45 minutes. She ended up being in a coma at King's Daughters for about 3 days. And so after that, I always said if I could give back a little bit to those who had helped me and made my family feel comfortable and took care of my daughter, I would. Normal sinus rhythm.
It was a good way to get the hands-on experience that not a lot of people have before they start medicine as a career, where you're the person that's actually taking care of the patient. You've got your own patients and you're responsible for them.
EVMS student Amir Louka trained and joined for the real-world experience he could not gain in the classroom.
I actually look forward to entering emergency medicine as a specialty once I finish, so the training here is absolutely invaluable.
Dispatch 522.
No one knows how well prepared the volunteers are than the nurses and doctors at area hospitals who communicate with them.
They're the ones who can tell us what the patient looks like, what they're seeing, what we could anticipate. And without that, we'd be blind. They're doing an extraordinary job. We feel very fortunate to be teamed together with them.
The true proof of performance is in outcomes. The city's coordinated emergency response team, which also includes paramedic-trained firefighters and police officers skilled in the use of defibrillators, contributes to a stunning medical accomplishment.
The cardiac arrest survival rates that we're achieving in Virginia Beach, we're over 49%, which is 7 times the national average. It's one of the best in the country.
We used to have like barely 8 ambulances, now coming up with 13 to 15 ambulances a day, so it's good.
Thanks in part to an ongoing aggressive recruitment campaign and public relations effort funded by the Virginia Beach Rescue Squad Foundation, there are today 1,200 volunteers, either in uniform or behind the scenes, responding to more than 38,000 calls a year.
It seems to be strengthening as we go forward with increased numbers, increased participation, increased number of ambulance units on the street. All the measures that you'd want to see for a healthy system are there.